Warning. This Valentine's Day episode of The One Thing I Want to Tell You contains explicit language and mature themes. Listener discretion is advised. If you're not ready for a bold and unfiltered conversation, this might not be the podcast for you. You've been warned. To our Valentine's Day special edition of The One Thing I Want to Tell You Is This, where love lingers, passion ignites, and secrets will be revealed. Tonight, we're diving into the sultry, the steamy, and the unspoken. Because love isn't always sweet, but it's always worth the risk. So light a candle, pour a glass, and let's get intimate. I am your host, Ashley Nycole.
And I'm your host, Tiffany Denise.
And tonight, we're going to get started with a Valentine's Day fun fact. According to Google, 60 to 70% of women do not reach orgasm during heterosexual intercourse. 25 to 30% of women orgasm from penetration alone, with most needing additional stimulation like clitoral stimulation to finish.
I like that.
This highlights the importance of communication and understanding individual preferences in sexual relationships.
So that's right. When it comes to Valentine's Day, there's so much pressure that makes everything like perfect. And that sometimes means that perfect conversations about intimacy, it gets a little awkward, right? Or hilariously off track. So today's episode, we're going to talk about how important is cum-munication in the bedroom. Okay. So let's get into it. What are some ways your partner communicate with you in the bedroom? Like without you having to necessarily say, this is what you like and what you don't like.
Well, I think that foreplay is very important, but foreplay is not always physical, right? Foreplay starts with a text message.
Oh, absolutely.
I am super big on textual stimulation. With my most, recent partner, I'm very big on like letting him know that I want to sit on it. I'll text, and I will literally text.
Do you guys foreplay? Like, do you act like do road?
Not with this partner, no. But I'm really big on making sure he knows that I want it through text message, right?
And so you're not the girl that like sit back and wait for your man to come on to you, because I know like in my past relationships, I normally like. I want my man to like come on to me all the time. I'm not the aggressor. I'm gonna say that.
It depends on who my partner is. It just my role changes based on who it is that I'm with. Now I'm not this girl who just has multiple sex partners. I'm not saying that, but it just depends. So with this guy, I have had to be the aggressor. I have had to be the one to textually stimulate the.
So that nigga take them drawers off.
Absolutely. He's very is he
shy?
Passive. I feel like he is, because we'll get there. I remember one time we were like,
do he be like putting his hands over his eyes while you
pull
his drawers?
No, but I do be having to laugh about them drawers. Like, take them hoes off. And he will never initiate. I'll always have to be the one to be like, hey, so, take this off. I'll have to be the one. And I've never had to be that way with my partners. But again, it changes. Now, I've had a previous partner where we're equally as aggressive, right? We'll, but I think that comes with knowing your partner and your partner knowing
comfortability,
you. Right? And we're comfortable with each other, like, because this is which we're okay. So the man that I'm speaking of, we're gonna go ahead and call him Basketball Babe, and he just knows me. He knows me. He knows my body. He knows what to say to me. He knows how to. He just knows, and with him just knowing, it makes me a whole lot more comfortable. But with Mr. Officer, he's very timid. He's very timid. I have to be the aggressor, which I don't mind. I don't mind being the aggressor, but sometimes I want to be kind of like told what to do.
Girl, I'm very when it comes to like. In the bedroom, I want my man to take charge. I want to feel like I'm very soft and feminine. Me being aggressive, I feel like if I have to ask you, do you really want it?
They do,
because you should be coming in the bedroom with your shit up in the air. Give me that look. Let me do what I need to do.
They do want it. They do want it, but sometimes men want to feel almost they want to feel like you want
Like,
them
yeah.
just so, and that they don't have to do the work, because a lot of the times men do feel, like, how many times have you experienced you've been laying in the bed and the man always has to initiate it?
I do that all the time. Sometimes I'll do it. Sometimes,
but a lot of the times
most of the
men,
time.
and I know in my previous relationship, a lot of the times he would have to initiate it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I've heard men want women to take control.
Mm-hmm.
But question, going back to our topic about communication in the bedroom.
Right.
Do you come every time?
No. Not every time.
Okay.
What about you?
No. And I can admit that I don't. And I think but I don't communicate that to them either. And my reason for not communicating that I haven't come is because men have fragile egos, and they can't withstand hearing you telling them that you didn't come, or I need you to do this so that I can.
Is it fragile ego, or is it just because I feel like, right? Okay, so for example, every time I'm doing what I do, the question always come up. Did you come?
And I'll be lying my ass off.
Right, but is it like if I say no, they go longer? They try to put on, and it's like, well, you're not really doing what I want you to do to get me there. I need you to move this way
because they
and
don't
lick here
again. Mona Leo, that's my girl. You're not licking the pearl.
Come on,
the pearl. When you eat an oyster, are you eating the shell? Or are you eating the pearl?
Girl, listen.
That is the problem. Listen, let me tell you something. Before we even get off into this, let me tell you one thing. At 30, I'm 37. At 35 years old was the first time I ever experienced my best eater. Let me tell you, that man was so good at what he did that I asked him if he learned that shit from a lesbian.
Hold on. Okay, let me ask you this. Did you come?
Yes.
Off of eating?
Yes.
Okay, that was a good eat.
It was, girl, what you... Listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He focused on where all the nerve endings are. Do you understand me? It was to the point where Did
he eat that cooch off the bone?
Off the motherfucking meat rack. Listen, and what's so crazy about it is that I didn't have to tell him anything. He just knew. And a lot of men just don't. They don't know.
They
Stop kissing around the you focus on one area. That is it. And I think for me in the past, I think the reason why I didn't say anything was because I didn't want to offend my partner. Sure. I didn't want to make them
make it awkward.
Like, I never should have did that. I should have just told that nigga no, I didn't. Like, because if you think about it, they come every time.
Every single time they're gonna come.
Every time.
And I think that they want to know if you've come, because I don't know if they I don't know. It's like just endless sex that just goes nowhere until they get their rocks off. Yeah.
And then I gotta go home and finish it myself. Literally, gotta pull up Tasty Blacks. I have to pull up Tasty Blacks.
I'm weak.
Pull out my rose.
I hate to see you coming.
And I be finished in like 3 seconds. Cause the rose,
you know. But you know, okay, so let me ask you this. So so now you're 37, right?
Yeah.
In your relationships that you establish now, are you more communicative with that? Like, do you talk to your partner now?
No, you know why? Because that's okay. The dynamic that I've established with Mr. Officer, I'm just not comfortable yet with telling him what I need from him. I remember when we first started to, we first went there, he expressed to me that he didn't like the fact that I would please myself while he was, penetrating me. He didn't like that. He was like, I don't like that. And he would literally move my hand. And I'm like, okay. But I was too afraid to tell him, well, it's not about you. It's what I want. And it got in. Whereas with Basketball Bay, I could bring props and toys and he would use them with me. Totally different. And I'm gonna say this, y'all. I hope you don't ever hear this episode, but you know what? And I'm gonna go ahead. This is gonna be an exclusive. He's only like licked the pearl once.
Oh,
and And I don't know how to tell him, like, I need for you to do more.
Why don't you know how to tell him?
I don't know. I think I'm afraid because I really liked him at a point that I was too
I
afraid
can
to
see
tell him.
that, but you gotta, if we like each other, you need to know exactly what you need to be doing to make me get where I need to get. Because at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a pleasurable experience for the both of us. I need you to get your ass down here. You do what you need to do.
Right. So, okay, I got a question. This is a random one that I just thought about, but what's the wildest request that you've ever gotten in the bedroom?
Wildest request.
Well, I'll start since you're gonna think about it.
Yeah.
But I've been asked to
eat the gooch.
Yeah.
That's this new thing. Every nigga want their ass ate now. I don't know what the fuck that is.
To devour.
Devour the gooch.
Devour the peach.
How do you eat the gooch? Do you eat the gooch like you eat coochie? I've never eaten coochie.
I don't know, but I heard Lotto say she wanted to lick the gooch. I don't know. I'm nervous because that's not something that you would do for every man. Like, have you done that before?
No, I've never eaten the gooch.
I've never done it. Listen, I've never done it, but I'm not opposed to doing it either. But
I'm down for some wild shit. I'm down. I'll go all the way with my man for some wild shit. I'm in there. I'm down for whatever. However, I feel like kind of like when the ball. I mean, it just depends on what. I don't know. How do the nigga position himself when you doing that?
That's a good question.
Every time, it'd be like,
let's pull up Tasty Blacks.
That's my shit though. Right, that's my shit, girl. I'll be fucking it up. But it'd be like weird. Like, I don't want to be eating on nigga ass and he got his ass in the air.
Right. And
it's not about to be you getting more of your ass ate than I am. Cause
what I've seen on Tasty Blacks,
I love that shit. That's low key my favorite, girl.
Yeah, Tasty Blacks. Yeah. Listen, for all of you who are listening, Tasty Blacks is definitely where it's at.
Try it out.
From what I've seen men who either are on all fours. That's what I've seen.
I don't even want to look at you like that.
I have seen men who are literally just like have their legs lifted. That's what I've seen. And
me too. And I don't want to see that.
I'm not against it, but I feel like that's only reserved for certain men. Like I just wouldn't do that to just any man. Because you niggas don't be washing your asses.
That is my only fear. I can't.
That's right.
I'm not getting down there for that.
So
I can't.
I truthfully, it just basketball bay. I would have definitely went there with basketball bay because he's so clean and he eats clean and he to where
I feel like the only way that I would be led into doing it if we were like, if he was sitting on the couch and I was like doing whatever and it just maybe I was sitting in front of him and I just so happened to go down there to like spice up the mood. But just like, nigga, you turning over in the bedroom with your ass in the air with your legs cocked open, that's like wild.
I get nervous because I'll talk my way up and we'll talk about it and I'll say, yeah, because when I get you, I'm a da 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 da. And it's like when I get there, I'm like, hold up now. I'm like, hold up.
Shaking in your boots. Okay, let me ask you this. How do you feel about foreplay?
I need it. I need it, which is why I said that it starts with like mental stimulation, right? Like I sent Mr. Officer a voice message, a voice text, and I was just like, hey, I just want to let you know that like I always, need you. Like I always wanted with you. And, I kind of sent him an explicit text and he was just like, whoa, like, and I think it really starts there. And besides the fact I'm a Cancer and we are pretty freaky. Like I remember one time, and Mom, if you listen, I'm sorry, but she was like, you my freakiest child.
Mom?
And I'm like, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it starts off mentally.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the times as women, we shortchange ourselves when it comes to what it is that we need in the bedroom. We're not vocal enough.
Absolutely.
We need to be vocal enough, like
Yeah.
vocal, a lot more vocal than what we are,
Yeah.
so that we can both get what we need out of this. It's not fair that every time a man, he finishes every time, then I gotta go home and be DJ Jazzy Jeff,
okay, scratching on the beat and shit,
and get myself together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree 100%.
I just I need that,
and I think it's a great it's a way to bond in your relationship. It's it's literally communication in the bedroom.
And if you can't take direction in the bedroom, it's never gonna work out. Somebody's always gonna be displeased. Absolutely. Somebody's always gonna be left unfulfilled or not satisfied. I have a question for you. So, because this is a Valentine's episode and we're being a little spicy, what genres of explicit material do you like to incorporate while you're with your partner? Like, or if any, or do you?
I have not lately. I had one partner where we pulled out all of the rope. Like, we did like the whole strap on.
What?
Dildo.
Oh, okay. No, but did y'all watch porn together?
Yeah, we watch porn together.
What genres?
I'm into more like
traditional.
No, not traditional. I'm into more like passion sex. And I know this is gonna sound kind of racist. But I like different ethnicities. Like, I don't like black people sex.
And I'm the opposite.
As long as it's a BBC.
And I'm the opposite. That is the category that I like. Like Ebony.
I don't like Ebony. I like BBC. BBC on another. I
don't like scripted porn. I like amateur. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I like. Okay. I didn't realize how much we were gonna actually get into this, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I like watching cheating spouse porn.
You know what? It do be sneaky. That's sneaky.
Like cheating spouse, like her boyfriend went to work and she fucked his best friend,
and he came in.
Yes! Am I weird? I like.
It's a turn on.
It is. Mm-hmm. I like cheating spouse porn, or just cheat. Like I like sneaky link. Like, we're not supposed to be doing this.
Yes, it makes it more intense. It's intensive. It's intensive and passionate.
Okay, since we're on the topic of genres, how would you feel if you found out that your partner enjoyed watching shemale porn? How y'all have to mind us? We're taking shots and drinking wine right now. But how would you feel if you found out that your partner liked to watch transsexual porn? How would you feel? How would you feel about it?
I would feel like he's gay. Why would you want to watch that freaky ass shit?
Do you know that gay porn and transsexual porn is like the most popular porn? Like,
I can see that. I've watched it. Let me tell you, before, in my past, for some reason, I was never able to watch it because I used to be like, oh my God, that's like, no. It was just mind blowing. Mm-hmm. But now that I'm like
older and like you've experienced life,
I'll watch it every now and again. Yeah. I watch it to see like what the fuck
it can be intriguing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So would that be a deal breaker in your relationship? Like, if you found if you found out your man had a fetish with watching transsexual porn?
It would be a deal breaker if I felt like he was acting on it. If I felt like he was involved in that type of lifestyle, and honestly, I feel like him watching it could very much well so be that he's intrigued by it, and he may push him to want to try it. However, I don't think if we're watching it together, if I happen to pull it up and he's like,
I don't know if I feel comfortable with watching it with my partner.
I would do it because I be wanting to watch. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? And I'd be wanting to see what's going on. And if he just so happened to catch a glance and be like, what is that? I'm like, check it out.
I don't know.
And he just gets I don't think we're gonna get turned on, but I'm not trying to get turned on by it and like get the fucking off of it like I would if it was a bitch riding or something.
Right.
No, but I think It's intriguing. I like to watch it to see what the fuck be going on.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I like to watch it because I don't. That's nothing that I type in. But if I see something, like one time, I did stumble upon a porn where it just so happened to be a trainee, and I didn't know it because he was riding from the back, and the ass looked like the pussy. And when I pulled it up, I'm like, yo, this nigga got a dick. It was a whole dick. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. But the dude was like super attractive. The way he was moving was just like, okay, bitch, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And it was completely turning the guy on. He was like, he kept coming over and over. I'm like, yo,
really?
This is fascinating. Yes, girl. So I'm trying to learn moves and shit, you know.
Okay.
Get to the bottom of what's going on.
So we gonna get deep into the woods, into the thick of things. So you remember the scene on Insecure when Molly was seeing the guy who worked at Enterprise.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
And she really liked him.
Right.
And they were having dinner. They had a lot in common. She really was into him, right? Mm-hmm. And he ends up confessing to her that he had got head from a man in college.
Right.
And it immediately turned her off.
Yep, me too.
And she ended things with him.
So,
do you think that if that situation were to happen and you were to discover that about your partner or a guy that you're seeing, would that be a deal breaker?
Yes. Absolutely. Right. It would absolutely be a deal breaker.
Why?
I'm just not, that's not my, no. Mm-hmm. It's not. Personally, it may be something that I need to work on personally, but I don't think that I'm attracted to a man that has some kind of, and if you can't tell, or if you're just that open to want to experience, no, you got to have some kind of, there got to be some kind of boundary to your sex life. It's some kind. I mean, that no.
I definitely understand why Molly felt the way that she did. I do. But I think that if it was a one-time thing in college, you experienced it, you didn't like it, and
you can get head from a bitch and now, like, so do you not just like, no?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I have never been in that predicament, to my knowledge.
Right. But say it to my knowledge.
I feel like there's so many things that we don't know about some of the men that we're with. There's men
carry a lot of secrets.
They carry a lot of secrets.
I agree.
So whether or not,
I think once you're at a certain age and you begin to date, like for us, right? For me, for example, I got out of a relationship 35 years old and started dating again, right? Once you're at that age and you're dating over again, you have a lot of shit in your past that you've been through and experienced. And I don't know if you want to call it, I don't know what it is you want to call it, right? But some things just should be a no automatically.
Okay,
saying, okay, I'm gonna let you suck my dick and you a nigga. Knowing this, that's like, nigga, I don't know.
Because then they're gonna throw at you, well, what's the difference? I mean, women do it.
Women do what?
Women have sex with each other. That's not an issue.
That's none of your business. That's different. Let women deal with that. As a man, you should not be getting head from another man. You should be sitting there probably saying the
same thing. Okay. I definitely get that. I get that. I understand that.
You should not do that. Don't piss us off. Okay, so you don't think so? So would you be forgiving of your man? Like if you found that out?
I mean, it's not anything. I don't think I would. I'm not gonna necessarily say forgiving. I don't know. I would really, it would definitely be something that I would have to really, really sit with. Because I'm very sex positive. I feel like women should have their own experiences. I feel like women should be able to, be free. I feel like people should be sexually free, but be safe at the same time. Yeah. I can't. But I'm not with the necessarily say. My preference is to not date a man that is bisexual or had an experience with a man. But I know that, say for instance, my most recent, situationship with Mr. Officer, with knowing how I feel about him, I think that I would really have to think long and hard about that. And would I, because I would really have to think about it. Like about if I were willing to accept his experience, right? And it being that, but it would have to be exclusively like, listen, I'm not into that. It was something that happened. I don't ever want to experience that type of, I'm not into it. I'd have to think about it. Like I would really have to think about it because you know how I feel about him and what our dynamic is. It just really would depend. Is it my choice? I can't hold anybody to their past.
I agree.
If it was an experience, I can't hold you to your past. You know, it's almost.
I would be. Oh man,
it's tough.
It's is.
Tough.
I think that is a great like conversation that should be had early on in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, if you and I've seen guys kind of like, honestly, I've asked guys in my past, have they ever, and they take offense to it. They get all like, they get their feathers rubbed up and all of that stuff. But it's never me asking to be offensive. I'm asking for my own knowledge. You know, right. I'm like, have you ever had an experience with a man? Mm-hmm. And they laugh it off and be like, and I'm like, no, I'm serious. Have you? Because I need to know. This is something that you need to establish early on. I feel like for me personally, I need to establish this person because I need to see where your headspace is.
Right.
If I think that, and I hate to say this, there's no offense to the LGBTQ community. There's no offense to that, you know, community at all when I say this. However, I do not want to deal with the man that has sexual encounters with another man in no type of way. Mm-hmm. I feel like being sexual with someone is, to me, something sacred. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to keep it like that. I don't want to be dealing with a man that is so weak in the mind where he's willing to deal with
men and women.
Okay. You know, like that's a little bit, that's too grown for me. I ain't that grown yet.
Well, I don't, you know, I know we kind of got a little off topic, but back to our original topic in hand about communication in the bedroom and oral clitoral stimulation. I want to let every man out there know that stop French kissing the pussy. Okay?
No, you can do that too, but
no,
rub it, lick it, eat it, munch on that.
Get down to the pearl and go to work, honey.
Don't be scared.
Go to work, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you this. There have been times where I done connected with, you know, with my best eater, and I don't know if he'd ever listen to this, and I know he knows he's my best eater, so I really don't want to say this, but there have been times where I just wasn't in the mood for penetration. I just wasn't, right?
I want penetration every time.
If
you get down there and eat it, I want you to.
I wasn't in the mood for penetration from him.
Oh.
And I don't want to, you know, I don't want to say why.
I can only.
Tiffany, you know why.
Okay.
And this is what I want to say. The head was so good that I was guilted. And nigga, come on, just take it. Just take it. Because it was so good to the point where I asked a nigga if we could just go get married. Because that is how good it was.
That's very important.
That is how good it was.
So do you think women come more off of penetration or more off of oral?
No, oral. You have to do, listen, if a woman is going to finish off of penetration, you have to be stimulating the clit at the same time. Whether it is with a toy, whether it is you.
Can I make a confession? I hump my pillow every now and again.
You hump your pillow?
Yes, bitch. With my dildo and my toys. Yes, I do what I need to do, and my pillow goes down there. And I have a special pillow that I do what I do, and it rolls in it. Yes, it's soft. The pillowcase is soft, and it gets the little click rubbed up. Yes. I can't just, like, when I take my dildo and just do, you know, that, like, it's the same thing. It's rubbing it. That's no stimulation. Rubbing my finger on it.
No, you have
too much.
No, that's why you need to get a rose.
I still got to do work. Put my hand down there doing the work.
Baby,
I don't want to do it.
It don't even listen, because that's what I used to do until I got a rose. And then when I got the rose, I'm like, yo, this was like opening up a whole new world.
I feel like I'm gonna have to do too much with it. Any toy that
no, you
don't
stick
up against the wall.
No, Tiffany, no. I'm telling you. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I had incorporated the rose with me and Basketball Bay, and I told you before, I thought I was gonna get that nigga pregnant. That is how much it, like, when I tell you it clears your sinuses. It clears your sinuses. You're thinking clearly. You don't have all that stuff that you were concerned and worried about before you used it. girl, you like, what?
Clear free.
No longer exists. It's a thing of the past.
Well,
that I will definitely
I order
say.
one, so we'll see.
Oh, girl, I done already put several of my friends on. It's amazing. It's so amazing that I have an appointment tonight at 9:30
Now stop.
p.m. Mm-hmm. Because as I've told y'all before, if like, listen, I done already, y'all know I'm weaning myself off this man, and I need prayers. So that I will say. So what I want to say this. Listen, however you choose to spice up your bedroom, however you choose to whatever it is that you choose to do, it is important that communication is at the forefront of it. Men, I need you to listen to your woman when she's telling you, not there, here, go faster, go slower, incorporate this, utilize
Keep
that,
going, stay
keep
right
going,
there. Yes,
listen. And it's not that we don't enjoy what you're already doing. Absolutely. It's just that we need you to kind of tweak it a little bit so that we can get to where we were going.
Come on now.
So that when
we can both be happy.
So that when you finish, I'm finished too.
Mm-hmm. And what y'all don't realize is that if you get us off first, we'll definitely make sure that you come to your
absolutely
greatest climax.
Let me tell you something. I make it my mission to ensure that he finishes, and it's amazing. Absolutely. Because if it's one thing, and I'm gonna say this, I am very talented when it comes to orgasmic pleasure of my man, or so I've been told, and I like to ensure that he finishes from that orgasmic pleasure episode. So I make it my mission to ensure that my partner finishes when I am giving him head. I do. All the time.
Do you swallow or spit?
Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. Men, get your diet together. Okay? Get your diet together, because that matters. Okay? That is important. Listen, with my ex, I have a couple times, but it was like battery acid. His diet was horrible. He was always eating Whataburger and Chick-fil-A and cheeseburgers and tacos, and it was his diet was horrible. So literally, his man juice could burn a hole in the wall.
Stop.
You ever wondered how, please, like, whenever you go and get donuts from Shipley's or Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme, and the hole of the donut was missing? That's because that nigga shot it up. It's gone. He ate it. It's just, diet was horrible. So it literally was like swallowing nail polish remover. So I never wanted to do it for him. Like, never.
That's nasty.
But I have done it with Basketball Bay, and his diet is amazing. Like, when I taste amazing. Like, there's no like bitterness. There's no I don't gag. It was no.
I used to lie to my ex. My ex used to want me to do it, and I used to lie to him and tell him I did. And I would go in the bathroom and spit it out. Yes, I'm not doing that. It's not that I'm not doing it. It's just like, no, I couldn't even. I be having to count, girl. By the time I get to 3, I'm like, bitch, no, spit it out.
And again, like I said, your diet is important. Your diet is important. Listen, as women, we take probiotics, we take all types of things to ensure that our gut health, our vaginal health is kept up. Yes. Men have to ensure that they're the same. Their diet is on point. They're eating more citrusy, sweet fruit, so that their man juice isn't so potent. And a lot of them don't do that.
They need to pee. They need to drink more water and stop going to the club every weekend.
Drinking all that Don Julio and
fucking Hennessy and smoking black.
Exactly.
Because that's not
And so that was But I want to say this. So with Mr. Officer, I have made him, several times, but I didn't swallow it. And the reason that I didn't with him,
Mr. Officer,
was because I kind of wanted to hold a little bit back, right?
Okay.
Because
That makes
I
sense.
wanted for us to, if we were gonna, you know, graduate to the next level, like let me just hold something back and
Right.
not give him, you know, everything. But he definitely knows what I'm capable of, and that's a lot of the times why that door keeps revolving and opening and shutting, and you know, because
Do you think it does something to the man
oh yeah, for
when you
sure.
smile?
Yes, it definitely does. And as I'm stating these, my previous partners, these are partners that I've had over the span of 3 years now. So don't think this is like I'm going back and forth in between these men for the listeners. Um, I know Basketball Babe was like, it did. He was just like, bruh, like you just like Ash, like this is just, yes, it definitely does. It's a mental thing. I think I think as men, it makes them feel dominant. And he loved it. And as a woman, although I love being dominant in the bedroom, I do like to I like to be submissive to where he's just with everything that I do, like I'm pleasing him, I'm giving him this. Yeah. And I love to be submissive in the bedroom. So me being, you know, the woman, I enjoyed seeing like how it made him feel and what he would say. And yeah.
You know what I do want to try? I want to try going. I want to try doing like dominatrix.
No.
I want to try that.
You want some nipple clamps? You ever tried to squeeze a man? You ever tried to like have you ever like squeeze the man's nipples while you were having sex with him?
Yeah, they love that.
You would so you bit on their nipples and suck their nipples. You've done that?
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah,
I've never done that because I feel like some of them would think that's gay. Well, heterosexual men.
You know, my ex would love that. Like when I tell you,
and I know that they like it. Really,
that I fuck on, I do, and I think I get a reaction every time. That's how I'm like, this is something. I'm going. I don't know. It every single time I've done it, and I've always
very interesting. I've never heard anyone like outside of Tasty Blacks watching. I've never heard.
For some reason, neck and ear and nipples are where I really focus. Whenever I'm like swapping saliva and doing all my nasty freaky stuff, whatever. Those are the 3 places that I focus on. And I always seem to get a reaction.
You know what? I never used to like when men would suck on my nipples until a man actually did it right. And then I was kind of like, okay, I kind of like this. But now I have my nipples are pierced, and my most recent, you know, encounter, I don't feel anything.
I don't want them to bite them. Don't bite them.
No, not bite them, but you know, there is a sensation there, but I don't know if it's because they're pierced that I don't have the sensation anymore.
Really?
I don't know. No, I don't, because like I said, my most recent partner, like I was just like,
I love how my husband do it, girl. He sucks them. He literally like he'll take his whole mouth and put it over my whole like titty and just like suck it. And I'm like, oh, that feels good.
Really?
Yes. And not just the nipple.
But you remember
the areola.
You did say that you had sensitive.
I have really sensitive.
So
yes. So okay, so my nipple. I don't want you to suck on my nipple and like, because my ex used to like bite around my nipple and shit. And I'm like, why are you that? They used to piss me off so bad. I don't like that. My titties.
Well, yeah, don't bite them.
Yeah, he used to like. I don't know where he got that shit from. But my man, when I tell you he puts his mouth like a fucking
suction,
girl, like a suction, and suck on the whole titty, girl. Yes, I'm like, that's it, girl. Yes, that turns me on. I love that.
No, I just no, like I don't know. I'm gonna have to see, cause
you think it's because of the piercing that it's not.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's just not doing it right. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he's just not doing it right. But
you gotta tell him to take his mouth and open it like a sea bat, like a bat.
Well, actually, I ain't telling like a fish. I ain't telling nothing, because what did Mel Robbins say? Let them.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I just so I'm just not going to. I'll just perfect.
But for what they say, what we say, it's about what?
Communication.
Okay, with the CUM. Communication. Okay.
Yes.
Always. That's what it's about. Communication in the bedroom. That's what we're gonna focus on.
Yes.
From now on.
So I gotta let him know that you're not doing it right.
You need to you don't even have to say, well, you're not doing it right. Just tell him like, listen, while you're doing it, look, I need you to move over this way. Let me show you what I like, and show him.
Yeah.
And maybe if you show him how it feels, he might be like, damn, that kind of feel good. Okay, I'm gonna do you like that. You know.
I will say this though, before I don't know if we have a few more topics to discuss, but I will say this.
Oh yeah.
I knew I told myself that the next time he and I got together that I was gonna lick the gooch. But we had just never got together. And I wasn't gonna tell him anything.
Remind me not to let you drink off my glass no more, bitch. Okay.
I was just gonna surprise him and do it and see, because I was watching something. I forgot what I was watching, and they were saying these women were like, they come a lot.
I heard that it makes them come so much bigger, I guess.
So because the G-spot being, there for them. And so I was like, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do it.
So okay, are you open to using toys on your partner? If your partner says
I'm open to it, but I think that with Mr. Officer, he wouldn't be comfortable with it. I don't know. I just, because he's so much younger, I think he just hadn't experienced a whole lot. And I had told him before that he needs to open up more sexually. So I think with now when I was dealing with basketball, that he would definitely be open to that.
No. Using toys on them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You know what I actually wanted to use? What I've seen before when I was talking to this other guy and he showed me something or whatever. I actually wanted to try like a butt plug on myself.
Oh yeah. You have
I
had the balls.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
I'm learning more about you every day.
Yes.
I had really.
Try the balls.
How'd you like? It's like a different stimulation, right?
Oh, for sure. Yes, ma'am. That I think, I don't know what it is. I'm a freak, I think.
No. You can't be worse than me. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, Mom, if you're listening.
Yes, me too, y'all. Listen. The anal is a very
No. Oh no, I know a lot about. No. That's gonna be another topic for another day.
Okay, we'll leave that alone.
All about the Thunder Down Under. Okay. But I do want to try like anal plugs.
We should go to a sex store.
We should.
Yeah, we'll go to a sex store.
We should
get the balls that have like.
But then they have the ones that actually vibrate.
They have the ones that.
That's the one I want.
Okay, so I used to. I ended up buying these. It wasn't it was a butt plug for the woman. So the woman's, you put it in your clitoris, and then it had another piece that go to the anal, and then it had like a little control on it, and then the man's was just like a ring around the balls, and then it was another. They had one for the butt plug for the man too. So when you guys were out,
would you use that?
No, I don't want my nigga walking around with a fucking butt plug. No, you need to just get the ring on your cock and your balls and leave it at that.
Oh, girl, all this talking got me wanting to take that man, but I'm not doing it.
No, ma'am.
I'm
not
doing it.
Okay, listen. So I guess this is going to conclude. We do have to have, okay, so you guys, as you guys know, we want you guys to send us some emails.
Yeah, let us know what y'all want us to talk about. Let us know different experiences that you guys have had, because like our experiences are not the same.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna leave. I also want to know this. Do y'all be telling your partners how many men you've been with?
The fuck, yes. Well,
you tell them about.
My relationship I'm in now, I have told him. Actually, he's never even asked.
That's the thing.
I love that.
Why are you asking?
He
shouldn't. You shouldn't ask.
He's never even asked, but we have had a discussion before, and I think it just came up with. I think I probably asked him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I never gave it like a specific number, but I do be talking about my exes.
But if a man asked you how many partners have you had, how many sexual partners would you tell him?
Yeah, I would tell him. I don't think it's a bad. I mean, I'm gonna tell that nigga.
Here's the thing. I don't think a lot of men are mature to where they would think that. I mean, hey, everybody has sex. I feel like, but because you have some men who feel like you're a hoe as a woman.
Them niggas be going through hoes. They be going through women. Y'all, boy, please, you got more souls on your body, please, more bodies. Yes, I'm telling you, and you just gonna have to deal with it.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. If a nigga asks me that, I'm lying. I'm lying. What did J. Cole say? Say she only been with 4 or 5 niggas.
Yeah.
So she got to multiply by 3.
No. I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell for sure.
I'm not. It's none of your business.
I'll tell.
Because I'm gonna say this.
That's why I am gonna tell, because it is none of your business. Don't get into this
because listen, I had a good time in college. Like I had a good time in college, and then I got into that relationship at 22. So my college years of having a good time was from 18 to 22. And you have to also understand that I didn't lose my virginity until I was 17, which my senior year in high school. I started late. Yeah. So I enjoyed myself. I did.
As you should.
And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna hold anything back. If I wasn't a mom who had little eyes looking up at me and had a standard and had, baby, listen, I would be a H to the is home. I would be like, that's
the anthem. Get your damn hands up.
And I'm gonna say this though, I wouldn't have niggas like in and out my house, but I would be free. I would be free. I wouldn't care.
You should do that now. You're a single black woman.
I am.
That hold your own shit. Even though you have a young daughter, you're right. You have eyes looking up at you. You have people that are following. You don't have to have a.
The reason why I don't want to do that right now.
My mother and grandmother always said, date as many men as you.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't. But I'm getting to the place where I'm ready for something constant. I'm ready for something consistent.
That if you're giving all of your energy into someone,
I know
that you don't want to be there. So
I know. I'm trying. Yes, I know.
If you gotta date 10, that don't mean you have to give your coochie up to all 10 of them.
Right.
But
right.
Girl, get your head in the game and do what you need to do to get your husband at your house, honey. Okay.
Okay.
Let that man find that out.
Okay. So how we closing out this episode, Tiffany? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you.
Yes. So you guys, we appreciate y'all. That's it for today's episode. The one thing I want to tell you is communication is key. Even when it's awkward or downright hilarious, don't be afraid to speak up. You can laugh it off and learn together, right? We're all out here just trying to figure it all out, one conversation at a time. So the next time you are in the bedroom with your partner, do not be afraid to speak up and say what you want. All right, we'll catch y'all next time. Stay real, stay honest, and stay spicy.
We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.